considering I just had a few days to do this. My question to them was this: what is the most important thing you learned in high school? I think you should think about that too. And I thought it was a good question. I was sure the faculty would be interested in the answers, and the students too. You're going home today with 4 years worth of knowledge, and you aren't sure exactly which things to hang on to that might help you through life. Well, we have the perspective of 32 years to tell you what has helped us. So listen well. First, let me share some responses with you at random. From Mr. Choi Cojuangco. Visit ka, ang hirap ng mga tanong mo pa, iba-iba pa. Wag na lang yan. From Mr. George Yuson. Pare, pasensya na, wala yata akong natutunan. Okay. We will find one, okay? Let's look for lower ones. Mr. Jeff Ramos. Pare, kung maitim ka noon, hindi ka napuputi. Kung kalbong tatay mo, makakalbo ka rin. And, okay. Hirap pa. From Mr. Claro Gomez. And this one I have to censor. Why don't we just forget this? And let me go straight to the summary. Because you may misunderstand my classmates. With these guys, you need to read between the lines. Parang meron na. My summary is based not just on how my classmates responded, but also on observations about what they did and said in high school. What is the most important thing we learned? The best summary of our answers would be this: I have to get good grades by hook or by crook. I believe that was the Green Hills survey, isn't it? I said Green Hills, right? I didn't say it. Okay, here's the AdMU survey. The summary of our message: don't believe your report cards. Teachers, please don't walk up. Let me explain myself. Then you can walk up. Despite our notoriety as a class, the remarkable thing about us was our attitude towards learning. As early as first year high school, we had this disdain for grades. And we constantly reminded each other of its inherent problems. Did grades really measure how good you were? Should we even bother about what we got? As a class, the predominant feeling was we didn't believe so. And we tried our best to remind each other, focus on learning and don't get too concerned with grades. The phrase, grade conscious, became a jeer for us. If you made the mistake of publicly asking, Ma'am, what percent of the grades will come from the quizzes and what percentage from the exam? Then you would regret it. Because you would be hearing that term called at you for the rest of the week, grade conscious. People would walk by you and you would hear them say grade conscious. Soft enough to be a whisper, but loud enough so you can read. This ideology became inculcated in us, so by our second year, some of us felt ashamed if our grades were too high. Nagsisisi na yata yung mga nag-iimbita sa akin dito. Now, I am sure that to a certain extent, this was just rationalization for low grades. But in retrospect, our disdain may have had some basis. And there are 3 reasons I say this. Number 1, grades by default measure mainly knowledge. All teachers know this. Multiple choice, true or false, enumeration, fill in the blanks. They are designed to measure how much knowledge is in your head. But in education, knowledge is just a decoy. It is not the most important intellectual faculty. My mother was an art teacher in grade school for many years, and she believed that creativity and curiosity were more important. I laughed at that thought for many years, until I learned that someone else said exactly the same thing. Albert Einstein. My mom doesn't know it, but she was a genius too. With knowledge alone, you become stagnant like an old textbook. With curiosity and creativity, you can actually discover new knowledge and write the books yourself. Unfortunately, creativity is harder to break. And curiosity is almost impossible to break. They don't give credit for asking questions, right? If they did, I would have been in class valedictorian. When you realize that knowledge is a decoy, sometimes you notice funny things in the curriculum. I cringed as a parent when I heard my children memorizing things like what is DOST or SEC or CSI or whatever. I have often told them, to their consternation, forget memorizing. Just fail the darn subject. Criticize what you're being taught. But when I see you doing projects, organizing affairs, planning for events, I heave a sigh of relief. Their tuition is worth every cent. Now, don't get me wrong. I am not saying that Ateneo hasn't taught you creativity or intellectual curiosity. In fact, these are distinguishing traits of your education. All I'm saying is that these are difficult to measure, and therefore, your report cards underestimate you. 4I was a bundle of curiosity and creativity. We looked at things under the microscope that would have shocked the teacher. We had long-distance spitting contests and trash paper basketball tournaments and other things I cannot mention. Juvenile delinquents, you might say, I regard them as exercises in creativity. And I treasure them as much as lessons I had inside the classroom. Number 2. The other thing measured by your report card is effort. That's a separate column, right? I was reviewing Miguel's card the other night. How hard you work. Now this looks innocent, but there are several traps. First, it's very difficult to grade effort. If you're super smart and math is effortless for you, shouldn't you get a low mark in effort? Hirap, diba? Second, assuming you could put a valid score on effort.